Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk English. I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. Mia, I am so excited today.
I can hear it in your voice, Leo. Why are you so hype?
Because today we are talking about the best TV show ever made, period. We are talking about Breaking Bad.
Okay, best show ever is a big statement, but yes, it is amazing. It's the story of Walter White.
Mr. White, Heisenberg, the one who knocks.
Calm down, Leo. Let's start at the beginning for people who haven't seen it or who watched it a long time ago.
Okay. So, season 1, Walter White. He is a high school chemistry teacher, and honestly, Mia, his life is kind of sad.
It is very sad. He is 50 years old, he's incredibly smart, a genius actually in chemistry, but he's working as a teacher and nobody respects him. His students don't listen. He also works part-time at a car wash to make extra money.
Yeah, scrubbing tires. It's humiliating for him. He has a pregnant wife, Skylar, and a teenage son, Walter Jr., who has cerebral palsy. Money is very tight in the White House.
And then the big bad news comes. Walter finds out he has lung cancer. It is bad. He is dying.
This is the moment everything changes. He realizes his family will have no money when he is gone. He is desperate.
Desperate people do crazy things.
Super crazy things. He goes on a ride-along with his brother-in-law, Hank. Hank is a DEA agent, a drug policeman. Walter sees how much money is in the illegal drug business.
And a light bulb goes on in his head. He thinks, I know chemistry. I can make this blue stuff.
But he needs a partner. He can't do it alone. He needs someone who knows the street business.
Enter Jesse Pinkman. Yo, science, bitch. Sorry, I had to say it.
Jesse is Walter's former student. He was a terrible student. He is a small-time criminal wearing big clothes. They are the weirdest couple ever, a boring old teacher and a young punk.
They buy an old RV, a recreational vehicle like a camping van.
The Crystal Ship.
They drive it out into the New Mexico desert to cook their first batch.
That first episode is wild. Remember Walter standing in the desert in his underwear holding a gun?
It's iconic. You immediately wonder, how did this boring teacher end up here?
And the chemistry. The show makes science look like magic. It's explosive. But Mia, the most interesting thing in the beginning is the relationship between Walter and Jesse. It starts so awkwardly.
Yes, awkward is the perfect word. Walt still acts like he is the teacher in the classroom. He is very bossy.
Totally. He talks down to Jesse constantly. Apply yourself, Jesse. He treats making illegal drugs like a high school chemistry test. He wants everything perfect, clean beakers, exact measurements.
And poor Jesse, he just wanted to make a little extra cash. He didn't sign up for exploding labs, dead bodies, and dealing with scary cartel guys. Jesse is street smart, but Walt is book smart. They clash so much.
Speaking of scary guys, remember Crazy 8?
Oh gosh, the guy in Jesse's basement with the bike lock around his neck?
That was the moment for me. That was when I knew this show was different. Walter couldn't just make the product and get rich easily. He had to deal with the violence that comes with that world.
The scene with the broken plate in the basement, it was so tense. Walter really didn't want to hurt him. He made him a sandwich. He really struggled with the morality of it.
At first, yes, he was still Walter White, the nice, boring teacher. But then things got way worse with Tuco Salamanca.
Oh, Tuco was terrifying. He was totally unpredictable. Just crazy, violent energy. You never knew what he was going to do next.
Tight.
Leo, stop doing impressions. You're scaring me. But yes, Tuco scared them too. Walter realized he had to change to survive. The nice teacher guy wasn't going to make it.
This is a huge turning point in season 1. The chemotherapy for his cancer starts making his hair fall out. He looks sick and weak, so he makes a choice.
He takes control. He shaves his head completely bald. He puts on that pork pie hat, that little black hat. He puts on sunglasses.
And Heisenberg is born. It's his secret identity. He walks into Tuco's office not as a scared teacher, but as a dangerous man.
With a bag of fulminated mercury instead of drugs. It looks like ice, but it's an explosive. Boom! He blows up the whole office.
That scene was incredible. It was like a superhero movie moment, but for a bad guy. Walter walked out of there with a bag of money, feeling powerful for the first time in years.
And I think he liked it. He liked the power even more than the money. It was addictive for him.
Definitely, the Heisenberg persona starts taking over. But while Walt is out there playing gangster in the desert, his home life is getting extremely complicated. Skylar is pregnant, but she is not stupid.
No, she is definitely not stupid. Skylar gets a lot of hate from some fans, but honestly, if my husband started disappearing for days and suddenly hid a second cell phone, I would be super suspicious too.
Exactly, and Walt is an awful liar. He is a genius at chemistry, but he is terrible at making up stories to his wife. Remember the fugue state?
Oh my God. He pretended he lost his memory and walked naked into a supermarket just to explain where he was for 3 days. It was so ridiculous.
It was pathetic. It was embarrassing to watch. But the lies just keep getting bigger and bigger. It's so stressful.
The stress level gets way higher in season 2. They're making a lot of blue stuff, but they're having trouble selling it on the streak. It's dangerous work.
And then disaster strikes. Their friend Badger gets arrested by the police while selling drugs.
This is a massive problem. If Badger talks to the police, Walt and Jesse are finished. They need professional help immediately.
Jesse says it best. We don't need a criminal lawyer. We need a criminal lawyer.
Enter Saul Goodman.
Better Call Saul. I love this guy. He's so slimy and cheesy. He wears those cheap, colorful suits, has a ridiculous comb-over haircut, and those terrible TV commercials.
He is hilarious. He's the complete opposite of Walt. Walt is serious, uptight, and thinks he's smarter than everyone. Saul is loud, tells bad jokes, and doesn't care about the rules at all.
But he's actually very good at his job. He knows the system is a game, and he knows how to cheat to win. He solves the Badger problem in a very clever way.
Saul becomes absolutely essential. He's the bridge between Walt's small operation and the real criminal world. He tells Walt the hard truth. You guys suck at peddling meth. You need a distributor.
He means someone who can buy all their product at once, so they don't have to stand on street corners.
That sounds safer, but it's actually a terrifying step. Saul sets up a meeting with a mysterious businessman at a fast food chicken restaurant called Los Pollos Hermanos.
They wait and wait, nobody shows up. Just the quiet, polite manager of the restaurant, cleaning tables.
Walt gets furious. He thinks Saul tricked them, but he completely missed it. The polite manager was the guy.
Gustavo Fring, the chicken man.
Gus is fascinating. He's the ultimate criminal professional. He hides in plain sight. He supports the police, he gives money to charity, he runs a clean business.
He is everything Walt wants to be. Gus is calm, calculated, and extremely careful. He sees Walt, who is chaotic and emotional with a junkie partner, and Gus says, "No, thank you. I don't work with junkies."
So, Gus Fring says no, and we know Walt does not take no for an answer very well. His ego can't handle it.
Plus, he is desperate. Skylar is about to have the baby, the medical bills are piling up, and he has almost no money left. He needs this deal.
So, he does something incredibly risky and selfish. He steals all the product they made together, his share and Jesse's share, and forces a meeting with Gus.
This is a huge betrayal. He basically tells Jesse, "I don't need you anymore. You are a liability." It's cruel. Jesse is devastated.
But the product is pure perfection. Gus is a businessman first. He sees the quality and changes his mind. He offers Walt a job, $3 million for 3 months of work.
That is life-changing money. Walt accepts immediately. But Gus has conditions. No Jesse Pinkman. Gus provides a new lab assistant, Gail Botcher.
Oh, Gale. He is such a character. He's a super nerd, just like Walt. He loves chemistry, he's polite, he's clean. He even brews perfect, scientifically accurate coffee for Walt.
He is the anti-Jesse. He follows orders perfectly. Walt should be in heaven, right?
You would think so. And then Gus unveils his masterpiece, the Super Lab.
The Super Lab, Mia, it is breathtaking. It's hidden underneath a massive industrial laundry factory.
You walk down some stairs behind a giant washing machine, and suddenly you are in a state-of-the-art facility. It's cleaner than a hospital, stainless steel everywhere, the best equipment money can buy.
It is Walt's dream come true. For years, he was a disrespected high school teacher in a dusty classroom. Now, he's working in a multi-million-dollar lab built just for him. He feels like a king.
But there's a catch, a big one. In the RV in the desert, Walt was the boss. Here, he's just an employee. He has to punch a clock, he has to follow Gus's strict rules.
And we know Walter White hates following other people's rules. His ego is way too big for that.
Exactly. He starts nitpicking at Gale. He gets annoyed because Gale is too perfect. He misses the chaos. He misses being the superior one.
Meanwhile, poor Jesse is completely lost. He feels abandoned by his partner. He starts spiraling downwards, using drugs heavily again, hanging out with bad crowds.
It's heartbreaking. Walt is in his shiny chemistry heaven, and Jesse is living in hell. But the perfect arrangement with Gus and Gale can't last forever. The chaos always finds a way back in. The chaos doesn't just find a way back in, it kicks the door down, and it wears shiny silver suits.
The cousins, those two silent, terrifying brothers from the Mexican cartel. They walk slowly, they never speak, and they want to kill Heisenberg.
They are so scary. They just sit on Walt's bed waiting for him with an axe. But Gus Fring stops them. He protects Walt because Walt is making him too much money.
Gus is a master manipulator. He tells the cousins, "Don't kill my cook. Kill the DEA agent who killed your other cousin, Tuco."
He redirects them to Hank. That parking lot scene, 1 minute. My heart was pounding so fast.
It is one of the best action scenes in TV history. Hank survives, barely, but he's badly hurt. He can't walk.
This destroys the family, and it brings Skylar deeper into the lies. She has to use Walt's gambling winnings, the drug money, to pay for Hank's expensive medical bills. She starts laundering the money.
Skylar becomes the accountant of the criminal empire. She buys the car wash where Walt used to work. It's brilliant irony.
But back in the super lab, things are getting deadly serious. Walt realizes something terrifying. Gus doesn't like chaos, and Walt is chaos.
Walt figures out that Gale isn't just an assistant, he is Walt's replacement. Once Gale learns the secret recipe, Gus doesn't need Walt anymore.
Walt gets paranoid. He needs someone loyal to him, not Gus. So he does something crazy again. He fires poor, perfect Gale and forces Gus to hire Jesse back.
Now it's Walt and Jesse in the super lab, with Gus's main enforcer Mike watching their every move. The tension is unbearable. You know something bad is going to happen.
And it does. Gus decides he has had enough of Walt's ego and disobedience. He decides it's time to let Mike handle the problem.
The season 3 finale is absolutely mind-blowing. Mike is about to kill Walt in the laundry. Walt begs for his life. He offers to give up Jesse.
Mike lets him make one phone call to Jesse, but Walt doesn't give Jesse up. He gives him an order to save their lives.
He gives Jesse an address, Gale's address. He tells Jesse he has to kill Gale right now.
It is shocking. It's the only way. If Gale is alive, Gus can kill Walt and Jesse. If Gale is dead, Gus needs Walt and Jesse to keep the business running. They become indispensable.
But poor Jesse. He's a mess, but he's not a cold-blooded killer.
That final scene, Jesse standing at Gail's door with a gun, crying, shaking.
And bang, the shot is fired. The screen goes black.
I remember watching that season finale. I couldn't breathe, and then we had to wait a whole year to see what happened next.
Season 4 begins in total silence. Gus brings Walt and Jesse back to the lab. He doesn't say a word. He just slowly takes off his suit and puts on a plastic jumpsuit.
The box cutter scene, it is one of the most violent, shocking things I have ever seen on TV. Gus brutally kills his own henchmen right in front of them just to send a message. The message is, I am in charge, you are nothing, get back to work.
It worked. Walt and Jesse are terrified. They are prisoners in the superlab now. The fun is definitely over.
This whole season is like a high-stakes chess match between Walt and Gus. Walt is paranoid. He knows Gus is going to kill him eventually. He's desperate to find a way to kill Gus first.
But Gus is too smart. He's always one step ahead. And Gus does something brilliant. He starts to separate Walt and Jesse.
Right, he sees that Jesse is weak and lonely, so he has Mike take Jesse on ride-alongs to pick up money. Jesse starts feeling useful again. He starts feeling respected by Mike and Gus.
And Walt hates this. He's losing control over Jesse. He becomes so jealous and angry. He's totally isolated. Skylar hates him, Hank is hunting Heisenberg, and Jesse is working with the enemy.
Walt hits rock bottom. He is cornered, and a cornered animal fights back dirty.
This is the moment where many fans turned against Walt completely. To get Jesse back on his side, Walt does something unforgivable. He poisons Brock, the little son of Jesse's girlfriend.
It is evil, pure evil. He almost kills a child just to manipulate Jesse into helping him kill Gus, and it works. Jesse believes Walt's lie that Gus did it.
The season 4 finale is explosive, literally. Walt teams up with Hector Salamanca, the old man in the wheelchair who hates Gus.
Ding, 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 ding. Boom.
Gus walks out of the room, adjusts his tie, and then collapses. The king is dead.
And Walt's phone call to Skylar. She asks what happened. He just says, I won. It chills my blood every time.
So season 5 starts. Gus is gone, the cartel is gone. Who's left?
Only Walter White. He's at the very top now. He is the kingpin, and Mia, his ego is out of control. He's arrogant, greedy, and scary.
Remember the Say My Name scene in the desert with the rival drug dealers? He doesn't even have a weapon. He just uses his reputation to terrify them. He believes he is a god.
They pull off an incredible train heist to steal chemicals. It's like a classic Western movie scene. It's thrilling, but again, an innocent kid gets killed during the robbery.
That is the final straw for Jesse. He's drowning in guilt. He wants out, but Walt won't let him go easily.
The empire is huge now. Skylar shows Walt a storage unit piled with money. It is too much to even count. They have hundreds of millions of dollars. It should be enough.
It is never enough for Walt. But his downfall doesn't come from the police or rival gangs. It comes from a bathroom break.
Oh my gosh, Hank, sitting on Walt's toilet. He picks up a book of poetry given to Walt by Gail Budicher. He sees the handwriting and suddenly it all makes sense.
The realization on Hank's face, the whole series was building to that moment. His boring brother-in-law is the monster he's been hunting for a year.
The final episodes are pure chaos. It's a total collapse. Hank arrests Walt in the desert at the exact same spot where they first cooked in the RV.
But then the neo-Nazis show up, the gang that Walt hired to kill Jesse. A massive gunfight happens.
And Hank is killed.
This breaks everything. Walt returns home, but Skylar knows something is terrible. They get into a physical fight with a knife in the kitchen. Walter Jr. has to protect his mother from his father.
That scene is the hardest to watch. The family is completely destroyed. Walter kidnaps his baby daughter Holly and runs away. He's completely alone. He has lost everyone.
The final episode, Felina, is almost like a ghost story. Walt is dying of cancer, hiding in a snowy cabin in New Hampshire with a barrel of money. He's miserable.
He decides to go back to Albuquerque one last time, not to save himself. He knows he's going to die. He goes back to settle his scores, to make sure his family gets some money and to get revenge.
He builds that crazy robot gun machine in the trunk of his car. He goes to the neo-Nazi compound where they're holding Jesse prisoner as a slave cook.
He triggers the gun. It kills all the bad guys. He saves Jesse.
The final moment between Walt and Jesse is perfect. No words, just a nod. Jesse gets in a car and speeds away, crying and laughing with relief. He's finally free.
And Walt, he walks into the lab one last time. He touches the equipment almost affectionately. He loves chemistry more than anything. He collapses on the floor and dies as the police arrive with a slight smile on his face.
It is the perfect ending. He finally admitted the truth to Skylar before he died. I did it for me. I liked it. I was good at it. I was alive.
That's the core of the show. It wasn't about family. It was about a man waking up and choosing to be a villain because it made him feel powerful.
What a journey. From Mr. Chips to Scarface. It's a masterpiece.
Absolutely. The acting, the writing, the cinematography, it's perfection. I don't think we'll ever see another show like Breaking Bad.
I agree. It's the gold standard. Well, my heart is still pounding just talking about it.
Mine too. What a ride. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye.